Alright kids, you ready for wacky woohoo anti-vax samurai man? I know I sure am. Let's rock, baby. Oh man, I love this Ronan on my pizza. This is so good. The moral story, kids, is don't meet your heroes because sometimes you'll be horribly disappointed in what you experience.
Long time no see.
You know, it's even funnier too because I just bought DMC5, the PS5 version.
Oh really?
Yeah, that was on the holiday sale, the New Year's sale.
Well, I'm glad you managed to pick it up. It's a fun game. I don't know if you played it. No, you were playing the PS4 version, I think.
Yeah, I played the PS4 version a year or two ago.
Oh, it's gonna be nice for you with the high-ass frame rate. Anyway, guys, what's up? Anyway, what's up, guys? Welcome back to Let's Play Sengoku Basara Samurai Heroes. And today we are tackling literally just the allegory of Dante from the Devil May Cry series in this series, which is Dante Masamune. It's funny.
This is like what if Dante went through what Nero went through in Devil May Cry 5. I'm not dead weight!
I'm not dead weight! Yeah, pretty much.
Because Masamune, who, as Babs previously said, is a party animal most of the time, he's sad in this game and also has to work through some anger issues.
Yeah, it's actually kind of interesting. So, for those who might not be overly familiar with Devil May Cry, you might immediately associate Dante with just constantly being the wacky woohoo pizza man. And for the most part, in like DMC4, yeah, that's mostly true. But in truth, if you go into older games, Dante goes through some shit. And Masamune, he's gone through some shit too. He nearly loses Kojuro in the second season of the anime.
In the anime version of this actual scene, Kojuro nearly dies to Mitsunari.
In fact, I think, wasn't Kojuro like abducted by, can't remember names.
Hanbei.
Yeah. But yeah, he was like full on kidnapped, wasn't he?
He was abducted because Hanbei took hostages from their village.
Yeah.
From Oshu. And so Kojuro was literally locked in a prison cell for like 12 episodes of the second season.
Yep.
A little out of it, it's been over a month, but I never get over the narrator here.
Good shit. But yeah, okay, this Let's Play is probably going to be uploaded throughout the course of 2022. I have no sense of when this particular part will reach YouTube, but there's been a space between recordings because I went to Utah and there's like a 90% chance that I got corona. So there's been a small gap in recording sessions, to be fair. But to be fair also, we're kind of almost done with the game already.
I can't wait for COVID variant number 9 by the time this goes up in September.
I can't wait to be infected with the Sigma variant.
You know, there was a third one between Delta and Omicron that everyone just forgot about because it only lasted for like 3 weeks.
Yeah, before Omicron happened and it just infected everyone.
Raise your hand if you remember COVID Lambda 11.
I love playing as that character in BlazBlue.
Anyway, so Masamune is dealing with a pretty bad loss, and he's going on a hot streak right now, you know, of trying to get his rep back and deal with some anger issues, and he's going to be dealing with a lot of anger issues throughout the course of this route. So this is going to be fun.
Yep, in the usual course of Sengoku Basara 3 being like the low point for a lot of fucking characters. Kind of also like that for Yukimura as well. Just it's gonna be like that for Masamune on top of that.
It kind of has to be considering this is a Japan torn directly in half scenario. Half of the characters have to either lose and pretty bad, or come from a losing position and then get back. Excuse me. Get their heads back in gear. So almost everyone is starting from behind in this scenario.
Yeah,
and ending well in the red.
Yeah, even if you follow like Yukimura's story, a lot of the premise of this is either you fall in line behind either Ieyasu or Mitsunari, or you die. Pretty much.
Yeah, those are pretty much the only options in Mitsunare's eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Get in line or just straight up die.
Yep.
I'm not gonna fail.
The more you say it out, the more it is obvious that this is definitely a very dark game. Yeah.
Which is funny because they went back to the
that's a
theme of
sick
parties
outfit.
by the next game. Yeah, I think is it this game or 4 where he actually has a little planetary system on his back painted on.
I feel like with that theming, that'd probably be more in line with 4. Considering, you know, opening FMV is like fucking space battle.
Yeah. Oh yeah, also his joke weapon in this game is lightsaber.
You know, every joke weapon we had so far has been designed to make them look weaker. The joke weapon here is basically just like, here, have the ultimate weapon. Keck, alright. Although I also love the visual dichotomy of smoke exhaust pipe, holsters, and lightsaber.
Maybe this is just me, but...
Oh, he's got polka dots on the back of him. Or those are planned, too hard to say.
This is probably just a me thing, but I actually kind of like his joke weapon from 4 better, which is the baseball bats. Him just wielding 6 baseball bats.
Yeah, those are pretty good. Eventually, we'll probably have to get footage of him wielding the fucking 6 Alice doors in one of the prior games.
2 or 2... I'm gonna... Alright, I did this!
Oh, thank you.
Right.
Thanks, Oro. You
God,
really,
that hit me.
Really getting used to have that video editor. Nice.
Yeah, that caught me by surprise, too.
Nice.
It's like, wait, what? What's going? Yeah, this is one of those ones where I kind of had to. It was calling out to me. Yeah, I'm gonna try to get 2 or 2 heroes. Because I have the HD collection on PS3, getting that running through the classic or through PSX2. I have it on the emulator already, but probably want to find a save file for that. But apparently save files are hard to transfer through the PS2 emulator.
Yeah,
and the
it's
PS3
a really
emulator.
fucking weird process. I don't understand why it's so convoluted.
Boy, you should try the PS3 process. It's a son of a bitch. I've only gotten it to work on 1 game. Probably the most important 1 game, but only 1 game. Whew.
Boy, using the 6 swords unleashed, it just makes him turns him into General Grievous. This is kind of fucking awesome, actually.
The what's-its from the new Metroid game that also have like 6 arms or claws.
Oh
or
yeah,
whatever.
the fucking Emmys, yeah. Jesus, those things.
So we're actually still in relative Masamune's territory because the boss of this stage, the Frenchman as it were, is I believe Masamune's uncle actually.
Seriously.
Yeah, the Fox Man. And you know, it's again that dichotomy between Masamune being rebel without a cause and the aristocracy cubed.
Yeah, it's really weird to think of Masamune like just having French blood in him. That's a really odd thing to think about.
I say Frenchman jokingly. He's not actually French. It's just you look at that and
yeah,
that's what you see. I do this stage, I think, 3 or 4 different times during the whole of this game, and I think only like twice to actually try to get the alternate condition where you can get a bridge to open up that I mentioned the last time. I don't think I get it even once.
You know, I completely forgot that when you're actually running with the exhaust pipes, he actually does have smoke come out of it.
I think that's actually part of the weapon. I don't think yeah, it's part of the weapon specifically. Not all of his weapons do that. Only the lightsaber has an exhaust.
It's just very funny seeing that much effort put into a joke weapon like that. That's really cool.
When Capcom tries, they really try.
Yeah, I guess that does kind of line up with some things we've seen earlier too, like with Yukimura powering himself up. The matchsticks do ignite. So that's really cool. Doesn't like. Okay, maybe I'm misremembering this, but like, doesn't the exhaust pipes like just spew out fire when he's riding on the back of a horse?
I don't think they do, but that also reminded me about Yukimura's matchsticks, is that when you run out of... When his buff runs out, the matchsticks actually burn out and turn black.
Yeah, this is a cool detail.
God, I miss stuff like that. I don't think... Actually, yeah, I think they might have still done that same sort of level of detail in the next game, but that's what makes me so thirsty for a proper PS4 or 5 game. But again, I worry how something like that would look in modern times, and... God, I'm just awaiting the day when Street Fighter 6 is done in RE engine.
Yeah, that's... I don't believe that would happen because, well, I guess I can't say for sure because I don't know of any Capcom releases since Devil May Cry 5 that have... Or rather, I don't know of any games by Capcom since DMC5 launched, but I'm going to assume not everything is going to run on the on the RE engine. I hope not.
Didn't the Monster Hunter PS4 game run on the RE engine?
Oh god, that's a weird idea. I have not heard anything about this. That's a... Fucking me, I have no idea.
They released a Monster Hunter game on the Switch last year that I know for a fact did not run on RE engine.
Switch, yeah.
Because I don't see a game like that even booting on the Switch.
Oh god, no. I mean... Fucking Monster Hunter on the Switch is still selling just like trillions of units, so I don't think they need to worry about upgrading that yet anyway.
Nah, I still gotta run that engine from the Wii, probably.
Honestly, I could believe that. So, I guess a quick gameplay question. I'm always shaking on if this is accurate or not, but is this one of the games where if you have the 6 swords pulled out, you can't guard? Or is that one of the other games?
I believe that was 4, where if you have them out, you can't guard. In this game, if you get attacked, you just default back to 1, which is the way to go, because... Wait, no. No, I'm sorry, it's an item equip, I think, where if you have them out permanently, you can't guard.
Oh, you can have them out permanently, holy shit, I thought it was just... Yeah. Okay, this game is definitely just a temporary power-up. I couldn't imagine having these things out permanently. Holy shit.
There's an item called a personal inscription, or at least that's what it was called in 4, where it takes up one of your accessory slots and it gives a character-specific buff, and typically it's permanent for the duration of a stage, or it powers up something they already have to its maximum potential. In Basara 3, that item would actually take up 4 slots instead of 1 like it did in 4. And so for this one, I think you can have Dragon Claws equipped permanently, but that's the instance where you're not allowed to guard at all, because it's permanent.
Yeah, it's meant to be like an obvious double-edged sword at that point, yeah.
The worst case is I think in one of the games, if you have it set to permanent, it also lowers your defense. I could be wrong on that, but I just remember taking more damage when it was equipped.
I could kind of believe that. Like, it does seem like Masamune would have like some sort of like some sort of build available where you can do that. By the way, side note, I always kind of like Masamune's design better without the helmet. It always just look way better in my book.
Yeah.
Because for what it's worth, it's gonna sound weird, Masamune does have some pretty well-drawn hair in these games.
My boy, you are looking quite dapper.
Yeah, that's true, and there is actually a surprising lack of characters wearing an actual samurai helmet, but apparently, historically, he did actually have the crescent moon on his helmet, the historical figure.
Makes sense. Yeah.
And this could be a joke, but I think I've heard that the actual figure also had the tailpipes on the horse. I am willing to believe entirely that it was a joke. I have not looked that up, but I heard someone say that once.
Yeah. God, fucking look at this dude. Like, there's just the green tea is spilling over from his fucking cup. You see that? It was like there was moss growing on it. I genuinely also never expected any of the main characters to have an interactive, like a full cutscene with this guy. Holy shit.
This character's importance goes up and down between games and eras. He is, again, the proper regional lord. He is technically Masamune's guardian, so later on in the series, or in the timeline as it were, that's when he ceases being important as Masamune becomes an adult.
Fair enough.
It's something I think that would come more into his own if Masamune had his own Renbu game, which I know we've talked about it before, but I'm still amazed that they opted to go with Yukimura instead of Masamune, even though Masamune, while not having as rich a history as Yukimura, was easily the more popular character.
Yeah, by leaps and bounds.
Would have spelled out probably far more money for a Basara game.
Yeah. I guess on that note, we should probably it'd be good to mention again for posterity's sake. Yeah, there was a time during its development where it was either Tatsunoko versus Capcom or Marvel versus Capcom where they were considering adding Masamune from Basara into the games, and God, what a missed opportunity.
It was Tatsunoko, and they found that out because apparently there are still... That's a nice effect when it's pointed directly at the screen. They found out because apparently there were still some leftover files in the game. Yeah, that would have been nice.
Are we talking about like just like audio files, or are we talking like Mewtwo and Brawl level of like they were 90% complete?
I think it was like they had a skeleton, and I think they found like some named files, but not necessarily audio.
Ah, okay. So nothing too concrete then.
I don't think they would have gone as... Okay, actually, that brings up another question. Would they have Ruben playing two characters in the same game? Because it's a fair assumption that if there was a Ryu in a game, there was probably Ken in the same game.
We shall meet again. The weasel's a fast runner.
I vaguely remember there was... Okay. I'm going to tentatively say probably. And the only reason I immediately say it is because I know this is a different company. This is Namco, not Capcom. But bear in mind, in Smash Ultimate, there is at least 2 characters in the playable roster voiced by David Vincent.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Rector Belmont and Robin.
And they also now have Xander Mobus playing both the announcer and Joker.
Yeah. So I'm going to say tentatively, probably, if it's just Tatsunoko, then that would be fine, but trying to include him in later games as well would be very, very awkward because you have the original Wacky Woohoo Pizza Man and then the Japanese spin-off of Wacky Woohoo Pizza Man.
Oh wait, I have a simpler solution to this. Was Ken in Marvel 3 or Ultimate Marvel 3?
Neither.
Really?
Yeah. No. Oh wow. I just pieced that together. Ken was not playable in any Marvel fighter game past 2.
Not even Infinite?
Not even Infinite, no. Yeah, I just realized that. Holy shit. Okay.
Oh wow.
So, if I'm remembering this correctly, Marvel vs. Capcom 3, the Street Fighter characters in there were just Ryu, Akuma, Chun-Li, Crimson Viper, if you can believe that.
Right.
I think that was it, actually. And for Infinite, I think it was just Ryu, Chun-Li. Oh my god, did Akuma not come back for Infinite?
No, I don't think he did.
Oh my god. How the wow, that's... Jesus. I didn't even connect that until now. Oh, slow motion. Well.
Yeah, that's what happens when you get hit by the lingering soul. It's really annoying. Do you remember the reveal trailer / the demo for Marvel Infinite?
Yes, vividly. It was awful to look at.
Specifically how in the demo anyway, they had Meth Dante teamed up with Rocket Raccoon.
Yup, I remember that.
And how Rocket Raccoon was basically trying to be a midget Dante.
I vaguely remember that. I did play through a little bit of the demo myself, not a lot because, well, it was like you're trying to get into a traditional 6-button fighter versus Marvel vs. Capcom 3, which is like a 4-button fighter, so that was weird. But I do vaguely remember that, yeah.
I have to imagine that and how terrible the dialogue was in that scene where Rocket was actually trading guns with Dante for the cutscene only. I have to imagine that is how a Dante Masamune, the interaction would actually have gone in any of these games that have dialogue.
It's very possible. I'm going to share a funny thing with you, actually. Dante in a DMC games actually wielding a katana is extremely rare. And you would not believe that, but to my knowledge, the only time Dante ever uses a katana as an original moveset, only in DMC 4 when he gets the Dark Slayer style, which is just using the Yamato, funny enough. And DMC 1, funny enough, where if you beat the game on hard mode, you essentially unlock the Sparta costume, but weirdly enough, the Sparta costume does not just give you the Force Edge or like the Sparta sword itself. It gives you the Yamato, but it uses like the Alistor moveset. It's really weird. Yeah, that's so like the one game where it does that, where it changes weapons like that to something completely different. I just don't get it. So it's
just a skin swap.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say I know at least in 4 that he had a Yamato mode.
Yeah, and it was a cute little way of having like a sort of Virgil playable in the game without having Virgil playable in the game. Although if you want Virgil, at that point you're just talking about Nero because he straight up has summon swords with his double trigger.
I was also gonna say because I'm pretty sure while Nero has the broken Yamato, I'm pretty sure he never actually uses the Yamato as the Yamato. I'm pretty sure he only uses it to summon his double trigger.
He can use the Yamato for like one move in his actual moveset. It's Showdown.
Really?
Yeah, if you don't remember what that move is, it's that long wind-up one, which is essentially like Nero's version of Real Impact, where if you're in double trigger mode and you press full... Oh, I hate this input. Holding lock on, pressing forward, and pressing circle plus triangle at the same time. I hate that input so much because it's so easy to just miss it. Ugh. But yeah, he does use the Yamato proper for that one.
Devil May Cry would be perfect for those controllers that also have like 3 sets of paddles below the triggers, so you have to spend $150 to buy.
Honestly, it's almost seemed like it'd be more worth it to like have one. Oh, if you're talking about like the Xbox One controllers that have like the multiple hotkeys underneath the handle.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used one of those once for when I was... Someone at a party had one of those set up for their Switch and for Smash Ultimate, and I use it, and it just feels so fucking weird having more buttons you can press with your pinky.
Yeah, I don't like having buttons I can press with my ring finger or middle finger.
It seems like it'd be extremely convenient, but it's also like... Okay, obviously, I have the hitbox next to me, like that, but that thing is like taking me a month to even get used to using. I can imagine it would take like maybe like a week or two to get used to using a controller with those extra buttons underneath, because like you usually don't process that you have those extra buttons underneath your hands.
Yeah, it's something you would have to get used to. It would just feel kind of weird.
Yeah.
The first couple of times you use it. Because I think actually the third-party Switch controllers that both of us own also have those, but I've never used those. And I have no idea where the hell that thing ended up, actually.
Yeah, I think my Metroid one has like one of those buttons for each of the handles underneath the controller, but I could never figure out how to program those whatsoever.
From what I understand, you're supposed to hold down that button and then do like a combination of the face buttons.
Huh.
Like
okay.
I don't even think you can map the triggers to it either.
Holy shit, I was so focused on to talk about Capcom stuff, I actually completely forgot the fact we're playing the big boss level right now. Sorry, Old Snake level.
Yeah.
Right, man's a necromancer from what it looks like, kind of.
Yes, he revives the souls of the angered dead.
He's an old man, therefore he must have some connection to the deceased, lol. Oh god, it looks so much worse than an actual model. Holy crap.
It's because he's not just a necromancer, he's actually a ninja by trade, as it were. So he's wearing something like what a ninja might actually wear, I guess.
You wouldn't initially associate ninja with necromancer. I would assume he'd probably be more like a priest or something, but alright.
Probably. Yeah, it's one of those weird combinations, like if they need to give him an actual weapon. Yeah, I think he's actually holding a ninja sword, the kind that don't have a guard.
I fucking love the pinwheels off to the side. That's just... I know it's an actual Japanese thing. It's just very weird to see it in conjunction with all this dead shit. Oh, your iframing through the fucking fireball is nice. Like, I'm pretty sure you saw that. You just straight up, like, phased through them. That was good timing.
Yeah, this is one of the few games where I can actually do that sort of thing consistently, regularly. Parry and proper dodge attack. Ah, damn it.
Brandon going on one of the prior recording sessions about how he's losing his reflexes in this old age. Nah, dude, you seem to be doing pretty well yourself.
It's not... I don't know if it's a reflex thing, more as... I don't know, it might be general speed of things. Like if you... I don't know, something about dodging is your mind's eye instinct versus how fast your body can actually... My issue with the... God, what the fuck? The thing I was talking about at the time was being able to mash, and I do not think I can mash buttons as fast as I used to when I was a kid.
I think I think that's a combination of like two things. One, I think, is that since we're just I think I was starting to get a little bit of onset arthritis even like when I was a year younger, when I was your age. The other thing is I think we are more conscious of the value of our controllers. That might have a hand in it.
Yeah, I definitely noticed when buttons start to feel sticky or mushy, especially.
Oh god, yeah.
I hate to say this, but I noticed this when playing Spider-Man Miles Morales more specifically. But the triangle button on my Dual Sense started getting a little mushy, and that was annoying because triangle is the button you push to swing with.
So my main PS4 controller, one time while Taylor was moving past me, since we have a coffee table, she accidentally knocked some Pepsi over and unfortunately got into the controller. And ever since then, she said she's been wanting to like deconstruct it to like get rid of the stickiness part of it. But yeah, it's made the square and triangle buttons a lot. No, it's made the circle button like a little more like soft and squishy. We managed to get like most of it out, like just through just not using it for a while. But yeah, it's definitely a bit more mushy. It's not dead. It's just gonna need it. If I want to play DMC5 again, I might need a new controller.